you always have to figure out what your role in the system is. It's very easy to be completely overwhelmed by a large, big macro question like, how do we affect what seems to be the world falling apart? Most people can't affect the question at that level of influence. And the worst thing to do is then to actually be paralyzed by one's own powerlessness. So I would say the first thing everyone has to do is to understand they're not as powerful as they fantasize. Everybody, from a person in the street all the way to whoever is the most powerful person on the planet today. You are not as powerful as you fantasize about, and you are not as powerless as your nightmares. Now what that helps do, everybody has to think about that. What that helps a person understand is, oh, what is the real power I have to affect within my radar screen, within my environment, the world becoming a little better. Not a lot better, because that's hubris. Not transforming the world, because people who try to transform the world wind up killing a lot of people, even if they're trying to transform the world in good ways. So it's figuring out where we each can make the contribution. And that's actually not small, because at least what my wisdom tradition teaches, but I think this is true of all wisdom traditions, is each of us is a microcosm of the entire world. That one person is of infinite value, and that means that if you're of infinite value, you are worth everything. And another person is worth infinite value. So when you affect and upgrade and enhance and care for and are compassionate to one person, it does have a profound ripple effect. Now that's not an excuse to escape from using our influence to maybe help 2 people or 10 people, or affect, if we can, our businesses or our communities. It's knowing your space, what you actually can affect, and then really being. It's very, very, truth is very traditional. Being the very best person you can be in that space. And that's hard, because that's from when you come home in the evening after working a long day and you walk into the house and you want to go see the mail first, but actually you maybe should say hello to your kids first, or maybe you should kiss your spouse or kiss your lover hello first before you do that, because if you don't, you create a kind of distortion and hurt, which then carries over for the next 50 years. So it's every single act. Sometimes I think of it this way. Imagine life as a giant scale, one's own life as a giant scale. And every single act, from the smallest to the grandest, tips the scale either towards life and compassion or a little bit away. Now I know murdering someone really takes it away, and being able to feed 1 million people really moves it towards life. But every single act tips the scale, and I think we all need to, in our own lives first, become a little bit more evolved and conscious of the power of individual acts.